Rashida Tlaib with the misspelled last name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened there?
I got married at 21 years old. A man in Betro El Foca, and his name, they were from the Eladar Talib.
Okay.
And when we went to go translate
Uh-huh.
the documents so we can get him a travel
Yeah.
document, the Israeli government translated it in Hebrew, so it's
Mm.
Tlab or something like that. But it's no, it's supposed to be T-A.
Well, write it in like really small and between the T and the A. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I wanted to really change it because I knew people would have a hard time
Right.
pronouncing it, but I was like, "I can't wait 6 months. We gotta get back. I gotta get
Gotta
back
get
into."
moving.
Yeah.
And is this true that you're the eldest of 14?
Yeah, mashallah, I have 7 younger brothers, 6 younger sisters. I love
Wow.
telling people there's a Rashid, Rashad, and a Rashida in my
Oh my
family.
gosh.
Yeah.
So whenever your name said, maybe like three people are like, huh? Are you calling my name? But we call that in Arabic samud, right? Like
Yeah.
mashallah, it's like baraka or something, you know?
Well, I jokingly tell
Yeah,
people back home, like, we're a voting bloc. We can probably sway, um, we can sway probably school board elections with
yeah,
my family now, mashallah. Yeah, but Palestinians, we have a lot of babies, a lot of
right.
friends. We love our big families.
I mean, we need more of that for sure. They're really trying to, erase us. So this is our um steadfast perseverance
Yes.
is through
That's
having
right.
kids. I mean, we've had that conversation as like, the new generation is like not motivated to have kids because of all this, but that we tell them like, no, this is how we continue our people. But yeah, let's get into the questions. I actually I grew up for like 6 years. I lived in Detroit
Oh,
and
you did?
Farmington Hills. Yeah.
Oh,
So
interesting. Yeah.
my mom was giving or waiting for her papers. She just escaped war in Lebanon.
Mhm.
Met my dad here in Florida, and then they got married in Lebanon, and then came back.
Mm.
So she was waiting in Windsor, and I just couldn't wait, and I came out early, right? And I became Canadian and American, but
Mhm.
my dad was in Detroit. So, long story short, I hadn't been back in 25 years, and I just recently was at ArabCon,
Yeah.
and I met Mahmoud Khalil there,
Yeah.
and he said something to me that was really special. He said, Palestinians don't need sympathy, they need action. Can you expand on that sentiment?
I mean, I'm living it right now. There are so many of my colleagues will tweet out concern about the forced starvation, or they'll express concern about, the bombing of a tent community with refugees, or a number of, ways that they're doing this through these, soft letters and so forth. But at the end, their vote is still to support genocide.
Hmm.
And so many of us, of course, we want people to see us as human beings and see the Palestinian people as human beings and worthy of human rights, but we need action. We actually need the vote, to withhold the weapons, the funding, to continue to allow, again, the mass ethnic cleansing of
Yeah.
a whole people.
So, does it feel lonely in Congress?
Absolutely. Don't get me emotional right now.
Oh, no, not from the beginning. It feels, yeah.
I know, but my friend Russia always reminded me that when because if you ever seen some of my speeches, there's like nobody behind us, sometimes. But even in moments where I'm doing things and there are people there, I still feel alone, because I'm the only one speaking out against an
Yeah.
amendment that I know would enable more of the same status quo that
Yeah.
just literally makes Palestinians disposable and just
Right.
allows the mass killings. But absolutely it does. But she reminds me, just imagine there's all these people outside of Congress that are behind what you're saying. And I saw that. I saw that the last 2 years is people that don't share my faith or ethnicity are saying, "In the genocide, free Palestine."
Yeah, it must feel tough to feel a little betrayal, even with the people that might like say something to you in private and then do something
Because you're a
different.
human being, you're
Yeah.
watching this happen, and the racist tropes are mean. They're hard. And it enables the killings to continue. I heard a colleague, basically blame children,
Hmm.
uh, just babies, for what happened on October 7th. Again, this mass,
Dehumanization. Yeah.
dehumanization and these racist tropes to,
Yeah.
again, say a little baby, let them starve, let them die, bomb them. I will never forget the image of a doctor who, is from California, and he went to did a mission work in Gaza early on, and he does plastic surgery, but for burn victims. And he said, "I didn't know what to do." He said, "Congresswoman Tlaib, the 6-year-old body came in and had white phosphorus. Remember when they were dumping the
Yeah.
white phosphorus?
I mean, I'm Lebanese, so we know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he said just the oxygen, the air was burning this child's flesh to bone, and I never was trained.
Right.
Like, what do I
How
do?
do you
Yeah.
take care of that?
And, again, I saw the horror in his eyes.
Yeah. So on again a similar theme, but looking a little bit more positive, when we are feeling as like demoralized, as politicians, as activists, as anybody who's trying to make a difference, what do you say to the people that feel that way?
I mean, the demoralization that happens, I mean, we're human beings,
Yeah.
the ones with titles like me or people, platforms like yours. The one thing I want to have everyone understand that there is light in this moment of darkness is that the majority of Americans are with us.
Hmm.
That I can tell you people that, again, have reached out to me that are from Arkansas,
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Right.
I remember this woman's like, "Hey, I support you," and what is happening is absolutely wrong. It's interesting because I jokingly now tell people when I used to go door to door, I tell they're like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "I'm
From.
Palestinian,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, my doctor's from Pakistan,"
Yeah.
and but now I say I'm Palestinian, they're like,
Well,
"Oh,
understandable.
how
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah.
How's your family?" And so there is the least acknowledgement, and
Yeah.
no matter how much they try to erase the existence of Palestine. I mean, I have literally a resident tell me that Palestine doesn't exist. Or that you don't understand the
A
history. That
resident.
one's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a resident that is obviously very much not aligned with human rights
Right.
and international laws. But how do you say that a granddaughter of Palestinians that Palestine doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are making it very clear that we do exist, you exist, and you're not going away anytime
No, I
soon.
said
So
that. I said
yeah.
that last night in
Yeah.
this crowd. Like, we're not going anywhere. We're
Yeah.
actually just getting started. If anything, it has moved our people to urgency.
Yeah.
Like, no more crumbs. No more
Yeah.
hummus.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, if we just feed them. Or
Little hubbies, yeah.
my mother goes around, just wants everybody to know Jesus was born in her country.
Right.
As if like, oh,
Jesus
tell
was
people that Jesus was Palestinian.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden, and I always tell Yuma, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm like, Yuma, it's not working. People, first of all, people don't believe you.
Yeah.
And then second of all, it doesn't work because again, the racist tropes of the dehumanization that is happening of
Yeah.
the Palestinian people, it is very real, and it's obviously led to, again, allowing a genocide to happen for over 2 years.
Uh, we don't on the pro-Palestinian side, the word ceasefire has lost all of its meaning.
Mm.
But so the question is, there's a general mistrust amongst the pro-Palestinian side about the ceasefire. Why is that?
I think it's because we've been here before. We've seen it. I mean, look at Lebanon.
Yeah.
People are not talking about what's happening in South Lebanon right now. So many of my families in my community right now are sharing me images and telling me about their family members there, their homes getting demolished, that military occupation, again, illegally,
Yeah.
is
I
in.
mean, I'm from Shibah. I moved out to
Yeah.
Shibah, and it's literally our version of, I mean, the occupation over there. So
I have a family member, he lost his brother and all his, you saw the wife survive and we
Yeah.
were the child. I mean, that's
yes,
horrifying.
they're killing Americans, and America isn't doing
Yeah.
anything about
And
it.
so for me, though, a colleague actually said, "What do you think the peace plan, Rashida?" And I look at him, I said, "Why do we need a peace plan? What do you mean? Why can't we just follow international law? Why do we
Right.
need a separate agreement? Follow international law, enforce international law, prohibit, again, using our leverage, our funding, prohibit, again, war crimes. This is what we can
And
do.
there is precedent. I mean,
There's
there,
precedent for
yeah,
it. We don't need a separate plan, especially a plan that doesn't even have Palestinians at the table.
yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
So for me, when I hear ceasefire, I shrug a little bit. Maybe they get a little bit more peace just for a couple hours. But we know the genocidal, military that's still there, very present,
Yeah.
wants their children to die, want them to die. They want to continue to ethnically cleanse the Palestinian people. It's very clear. And they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop in Lebanon, nor do they stop in Palestine, and they're bombing Syria
Right.
as well.
And again, as a quick shout out, Mohanad Malas made this happen.
Yeah.
Thank you to him. He actually introduced me to Sam Rasool,
Yeah.
delegate out of Virginia. Do you guys know each other at all?
Yeah.
Okay,
I was a state representative when he became a state representative.
amazing.
Yeah.
So I
He's
was
I think his family's from the Beira, and my dad's from Beit Hanina, my mom's from Beit Rodolfo.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had a great conversation. So I'm trying to like call back to that,
Mhm.
and I asked him about the kind of the general sentiment of the American people that they don't trust the two-party system anymore. Can we expand on that?
I have a 20-year-old in my house, right? I
Yeah.
mean, this is this generation coming behind it. I mean, because again, both parties and the establishment, right, the Democratic establishment especially, has really lost a lot of trust among the American people.
Yeah.
People are tired of both parties, and I think it's because they're funded by the same people.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just the pro-genocide organizations, it's also the people that don't want to fix our healthcare system, don't want to fix the fact that childcare is keeping people in a cycle of poverty, or that we're not getting the education funding levels that we should. I mean, all of these things are happening while I watch my colleagues literally vote for the crypto bills. They vote
Yeah.
again recently to give like what, over 10 acres of land to a for-profit concrete company, forest land, and again, I'm the only no vote up there.
Yeah.
And so, American people are watching this, and a lot of my Democratic colleagues, I know more about how they're feeling. They just don't understand, well, why do we have one of the worst favorabilities since 1994?
I mean,
I mean, I can tell you it's because
yeah.
you're taking money from the same people that are hurting the people that elected you.
Yeah. So, can it be fixed, or do we try to change it
I think
completely?
more and more people are becoming more independent in our country.
Yeah.
They're not falling the line or becoming part of a party system.
Yeah.
They're voting their values, but depending on what that person or individual, supports. I see that
Yeah.
more and more, but I always tell people, especially I think Arab men,
Yeah.
especially, have been independent voters most of their life.
Yeah.
Really, I have 7 of them in my,
We have
some.
commitment issues. That's what it
Well, I don't think it's commitment
is.
issues as much as you all are
Yeah.
independent voters, and
Yeah.
sometimes I wish these parties would look at you. You should see how they treat white independents or
Right.
voters. They should understand that you all will sway depending on where your issue, the number one issues
Yeah.
or priorities are for you and your family. And so they need to understand that, especially Arab men, more than even the Arab
So
women.
that's how we increase our political power.
That and the fact that we're going to show that we have a voting block,
Yeah.
and we're not going to bow down just because there's a D next to your name.
Yeah. So you heard it here. Arab men, join Rashida and please help her out so she doesn't feel alone in Congress. So, which kind of segues into what does a Mamdani win mean for this country?
I mean, Zahran Mamdani represents so much more. Of course, alhamdulillah, I think he's exposing our faith in such a profound way because he's tackling poverty.
Yeah.
He's tackling things that, again, if you know the hardcore, things about values of just people of Muslim faith
Yeah.
specifically, you know that you got to take care of the community you live in. But he is doing it in such a way that people are like, yeah, he's Muslim, but he's actually going after the high cost of rent. Like,
Yeah.
he's going after the fact that we need transportation to be free, free
Yeah.
bus transportation, all of these things.
I mean, he was in the back of a food truck and he was like, "We're making these plates of food $8 instead of 10." So
And he's
yeah,
also just so lovingly, he's a foodie.
yeah.
I mean, I've never seen a guy light up as much as he does about food.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, and the sentiment of, uh, they're releasing themselves from AIPAC too. He's committed to not taking any, not even just AIPAC, but like foreign money in general. And they're actually giving a lot of money to the opposition, and they're still hemorrhaging money and losing it because it doesn't look like
Yeah.
anyone else is going to win except for him. So he's setting the precedent of how the new wave of politicians should be running their campaigns.
I mean, you should see even the videos. I don't live in New York. It was,
Yeah.
but he's making people fall in love with New York again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even New Yorkers are like, he's bringing such joy into his campaign.
Yeah.
Even though I think a lot of us are seeing some of these really racist questions. I mean, we're only asking him these questions
Yeah.
as he's Muslim. But I can tell you, there's something incredibly special about the fact that he shows the love for the community he wants to represent, the city he wants to represent, and the fact that he's so unapologetic
Right.
in being, beautifully South Asian, beautifully Muslim.
Amazing. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's one guy who's running in Massachusetts. His name is Seth Moulton,
Yeah.
and he committed to like cut ties with AIPAC, and he like gave back the money. Do you see this happening on a bigger
I
scale?
think there's 2 others that
Yeah.
may have done the same thing. Again, I wanna caution people, great, you're not gonna take money from the people that support the genocide,
Yeah.
but I hope you call it a genocide,
Yeah.
because some of the same people are not calling it a genocide, but also the same people that vote for the funding.
Yeah. I think we had Anna Kasparian on not too long ago, and she said we're in the normie convincing phase. So we we do the bare minimum and then grow from there.
Crumbs.
Crumbs, yeah. So
We don't want
we don't
crumbs.
want crumbs
We're in the
anymore.
middle of a genocide.
100%.
We want it to stop. So congratulations, Seth, but you also need to vote no
Right.
next time a package comes before us or continue funding again a government that will not follow international laws.
100%, honestly. More specifically, I mean, obviously, there's been some weird bills in California. I don't know if you've been following
Is that
that.
the recent one?
There's two. There's one that was like a win, I think, about the censorship bill, but then the other one was about MENA on the census. That's people can argue that that's crumbs. How do you feel about?
No, it's a
Um,
step.
it's a step. So
Because it's acknowledging our
yeah.
because right now, as somebody that worked at nonprofit organizations and, around fighting for health, a number of issues impacting Arab Americans. For instance, we found out from looking into studies showing that many Lebanese women,
Mhm.
Lebanese American women, were getting high rates of breast cancer.
Mm.
And
So what does MENA on the census federally and statewide mean for our people?
yeah, so I'm leading that fight for MENA
Yeah.
on the federal level, and it is very clear that right now we as Arab Americans are invisible to our
Mhm.
federal government, and that's incredibly dangerous. We're not getting our fair share of resources for healthcare, even education,
Right.
resources. Right now, we even the studies that we want to do around showing, school to pipeline.
Mhm.
ACLU could pull information about some of the new immigrants here because, again, we're listed as white.
Yeah.
We're pretty much being, on paper invisible, even though
Yeah.
we're obviously right here and we exist as, Middle Eastern North African.
Yeah. I helped a little bit with pushing the bill in AB 91 here in California, and alhamdulillah, it passed. So
Yeah, that's not crimes.
yeah.
That's like, oh my God, now, oh, we exist. So,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't understand collecting that information data can show like, oh, we see that maybe the issue around special education needs
Right.
already increased, or we need to see that maybe diabetes is increasing among Arab American women
Mhm.
over the age of 60. Whatever it is, it's for us to make sure that, again, we're not invisible because
Yeah.
we're not white.
Yeah.
I
100%.
asked the head of the US Census in the committee, do I look white to you? He was shocked when I asked him the
Yeah.
question. I don't want to click other. I want a category.
And that's by 2030, is it?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah.
So right now, most of the implementation should be coming into effect now, and it will be all federal agencies, not just the census.
Yeah.
So just so you know, it's not just the census. We want this on
Everything.
applications and so
So if I go back and take my SAT again, I can put MENA
I
instead
don't
of
know
what?
about the SAT because
Yeah.
that's a private company.
Oh,
Just
okay.
but yeah, but the federal
Yeah.
government,
So school is a whole nother thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, testing is don't get me started.
Yeah.
For-profit testing industry in our country
Yeah.
is pretty
Pretty rough.
lucrative.
Yeah, and like lucrative for sure. And we can end on this one, but I think everyone wants to know, this is like the burning question. Is Dearborn under Sharia law?
No, we say it's under shawarma law. It's
That's a
literally
good one.
yeah. But Mayor
Yeah.
Abdullah Hamoud and the incredible Arab American community there, I want you to know is I didn't grow up in Dearborn. A lot of
Yeah.
people assume I did. But it is one of the communities that I gotta tell you
Yeah.
is so family centered in that they are incredibly I don't know how to explain it, like so unapologetically Arab and out there that
Yeah.
are also American. Like you should see football season. I can't calm them down. Like I don't know. I think people need to come and see. If you think Texas high school football is bad,
Okay.
you got to come check out Dearborn High
I
School
I mean,
football.
yeah, when I was up there, that was the whole the
Oh,
Lions were
the
playing,
rival
the
between
rival.
but no, football season in Dearborn is nothing. It's the most American thing you've ever seen in your life. But again,
That's how we're gonna change people's minds, is through Arab football. I actually have two friends of mine in the entertainment business making movies about Arab American football. So,
oh yeah, tell them to
yeah,
come to Dearborn.
uh, yeah. Hopefully, we can get, like, book the stadium or something. I'll let you know. But yeah. I mean, is there anything else we need to know about Michigan, the U.S., anything that we?
No,
Yeah,
just Michigan is more and more and more anti-war.
yeah,
You can talk to a farmer up in the UP, the Upper Peninsula. You can talk to folks in different counties outside of my community. More and more people are very much wanting us to end the war machine, right?
yeah.
They I got to tell you, everywhere I go, when they see me being out there against the genocide, they also know I'm out there against, again, increasing the Pentagon budget that continues to be imploded without any audits. Well, we still don't have the resources we need here at home.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Rashida Tlaib, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
We'll hit you up when we're back.
Yeah.
Thank you so
You
much.
gotta come to Dearborn for the
I went to
coffee.
Dearborn Meat Market. Have you
Oh
been there
yeah, of
before?
course. Yeah,
Apparently, somebody told me something about their
yeah,
grill. It's so
they
funny.
just grill it right there in front of you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I grew up in
yeah,
the taquerias in
yeah,
Southwest Detroit, and they'll like do everything right there in a
incredible.
big, or in the original Southwest Detroit. A lot of my Black families will be out there in the corner. They'll look.
Yeah.
I mean, it's delicious. If you're a foodie, you can come to
Oh,
my district. I can take you all over. And but
I
yeah,
will take you up on
but
that.
the coffee scene in Dearborn is pretty hyped.
Man, I got to
Like
book like a
good
week
coffee.
there for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, thank you so much.